Hey, what's going on YouTube? My name is Jay Smith. Today I'm going to show you the easiest and most simple fix for dropping frames during your live streams. So if you're like me, I've got a modest setup. I'm running an Intel i5 ninth generation. It's only a 6-core processor, so it's not the strongest out there, but it's most certainly not the weakest either. And I don't have a 2 PC setup like a lot of bigger streamers and stuff like that. So I am gaming and streaming all on one system. So that makes things tough on your CPU, right? It causes way more stress than you would like, thus resulting in frame loss. By the way, guys, I do stream on Twitch. If you want to check out my channel, the link is in the description below. My schedule's a little jacked up right now with COVID-19 and my work schedule, so nothing is normal right now, and I think I'm speaking for everybody when I say that. But if you want to check it out, press on the link down in the description. Any updates regarding my stream or YouTube or any content can be found on my Twitter page and my Discord server. Link to both of those are also in the description below. So without further ado, let's get into the video. I'm going to show you how to get a smooth stream almost every time and stop dropping those frames, okay? Let's do this. Alright, so here we are. This is obviously using OBS. I would assume Streamlabs OBS is not much different from this, or if you're using other broadcasting software, it can't be that hard to find the same settings here. So this is just what I'm going with. Guys, listen to me. This is so easy. Look at this. Just watch. We're going to go down here to settings. Okay, then you go down to output. Alright. Obviously, since I'm recording right now, it's not going to let me change my encoder, but you're going to have some options here, okay? Typically, it's on X264, might be something else, but what you want to do, and I'm going to explain a little bit how this works. What you want to do is you want to select NVIDIA NVENC. And now what that is and how this differs from X264, this is literally a separate encoder that NVIDIA puts in their GPUs. That way, you're not stuck with having to use your CPU to encode your streams and process, what you're recording. Typically, what most people do, they'll have, one PC for streaming and one PC for gaming, and the PC for streaming can just use X264, and that's fine because nothing else is wearing on the CPU. X264 is usually recommended because that does, from what I understand, give you a little bit better quality on your streams. However, that's all on your CPU. Your encoding is completely done on your CPU when you have X264 running. So if you're like me, and in my situation, I wanted to play Call of Duty, which is a stupid demanding game, I couldn't do it. Obviously, Call of Duty alone was probably sometimes can take up 50 to 60% up of my CPU. Again, I have a modest setup. I'm running an Intel i5 9th generation with 6 cores, okay? So, and I don't have hyper-threading or anything like that. If I had a better CPU, it might not be the same, but this is for, us small streamers that might not have the budget for one of the top-notch CPUs. So, with an i5 9th gen, 6 cores, X264 was fine on basically every other game I played except for Call of Duty because of how much Call of Duty used on my CPU. So, what I found out is, if you use the NVENC, an NVIDIA NVENC, that is a separate encoder that NVIDIA puts in their GPUs. That way, the weight shifts from using your CPU and it uses your GPU, thus resulting in no frame dropping, okay? I'm telling you, the difference has been night and day. Like I said, I could not stream Call of Duty before, but now I stream it no problem. It's super smooth. I run it at 60 frames on 720p. Everything's great. Okay, so that's what you want to do. If you're using an AMD GPU, I would guess, and see, I'm not that well versed in this subject, but I would guess that AMD has a similar setup with an encoder that they put in their newer GPUs. That's something that you should probably look up depending on what AMD GPU that you have. But from what I understand, most newer NVIDIA GPUs will have the NVENC. That's what you want to do. If it has multiple options here for the NVENC, you want to select the one that says new. It might be one that doesn't say anything. So go with the new one, and that'll work fine. Now, there are 2 minor little steps that will actually also help you if you're still suffering some frame dropping. So what you want to do when you start OBS, you're going to right click and you're going to run as administrator. Simple as that. That's not going to give you massive amount of improvements. However, it will improve your performance on your stream. The reason I say this is because when you run this program as administrator, that basically tells your computer that OBS is top priority. So basically, when you run OBS as administrator, that puts it as top priority above all your apps. So your CPU and GPU resources are going to go there first before it tends to all your other apps. So if you have an issue, then it's going to maybe drop some frames in your gameplay, but not in OBS. Now, this is the last thing that I do in my streams that helps me with my frame rate. Literally, it's so simple, guys. When you start streaming, everything's running, you right click on your window here and disable the preview. It goes away, but that means OBS is basically doing less work, right? You don't have this running behind your gameplay, therefore taking some more pressure off your CPU and GPU. But that's it, guys. It is as simple as that. So easy. Like I said, if you like the video, comment, like, hit the subscribe button if you're feeling it. If you want to follow me on Twitch, link to my Twitch channel is in the description below. Updates for my Twitch stream as far as my schedule and stuff like that can be found on my Twitter page and my Discord server. Links to both of those are also in the description. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Thanks again for tuning in. Much love.